Can anybody hear me? I'm the only one in this bitch right now, so I know I can hear me, but I don't know what happened to my damn podcast machine. Let's see. While I wait for somebody important to pop in. Hey, Jess, thank you for coming. Can you hear me? Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see. Oh, good, good. Okay, wonderful. Then I don't need to turn on my headphones. Something happened with my podcast machine. I ripped a cord out and now it won't work. So I'm going to have to go back and set it up. Hi, Jess. Thank you so much. I'm glad you can hear me. Let me work on volume. Is it coming through clearly? It says 75%, 88%. So yeah, I think it's good. Hard mode. ADHD, dad life. How you doing? I am suspected ADHD. I have been diagnosed ADHD. Just waiting for, waiting to test. My partner is autistic. She just found out later in life. So later in life, meaning about 6 months ago. Same, Jess. Okay, yeah. So about 6 months ago, I asked her to take a test online to see what she tested, and she did. And then she got an official test, and so she went through all the testing. She's confirmed autistic, but she didn't test for ADHD. And from everything I've been seeing recently, if you test for autism or if you test for ADHD, you should check for the other, because there's a pretty high percentage of a chance that you could have both. The test was let's see, it was on let me see really quickly. Let me see if I can. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Let me just pop. I'm trying to see if I can find if I saved hers. I thought it began with a P. Not Paylocity, not Psychiatry. I can't remember. It begins with a P. I don't remember the name of it. It is one of those where it was like, take this test. It asked a lot of questions. It was about 30 minutes long, and then after that, it gave you the option to go through further testing with an accredited psychiatrist and or psychologist. And so she did do the test, and then she went on to the further test, and she did one with online with the live person who they went back all the way to her childhood, and so on and so forth. And she did, she did. So I wish I could remember the name, and if I do, I will throw it out there. But hello, everybody in here. Who else is here? Hi, Dave. Hi, Aiden. Yes. So hypermobility, in the sense that, like, this type of thing. Is this what you're talking about? Hypermobility? Let's see. Maybe that's not it. Let me look that up real quick so I know. Hi, Joe. Thanks for coming in. So yes, both of us do have hypermobility. And let's see, what's the other one you said? Autonomic dysfunction. What is that? Let's see, autonomic dysfunction. There we go. I'll be able to tell you all this really quickly. Let's see. Occurs when our nervous system fails to. Yes, 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 all the way. Yes, 100%. Both me and her. That's why I should probably go ahead and get tested myself. Um, yeah, so I know I have a hard time with my ADHD, and there are certain characteristics of the ASD that I think I would fall on. Yeah, I have some really soft skin too. I would think that's from for me from HRT. Hormones, like my skin used to be kind of rough and scaly, and now it's all nice and soft. But before I go any further, I wanted to take a moment to say that if y'all didn't know, my friend Autumn Rose passed yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday? No, 2 days ago. I was very happy that I got the chance to meet her and to know her. I was happy that we talked every day. I'm very happy that I got to say I love you, and we got to say goodbye. Um, she was a wonderful woman. She was like Sammy Samantha Page will attest. This is Samantha Page's Ride or Die. So I know that Sammy is having a hard time, but you know. I am comforted in the fact that she did not um, like just waste away in pain. She went out on her own terms, and with friends and loved ones around her. And yeah, it was fast. It was super fast. But she will be missed, especially by me. Well, not especially, but definitely by me. Um, I'll let Sammy speak on it if she wants to, but fuck cancer. Yeah. So with I just yeah, I won't talk too much more about it because I'm still a little messed up about it. But yeah, okay. Um, Wanted to talk about some things going on. First of all, I wanted to talk about the World Cup. I did not watch the final because I am not a Spain supporter, nor am I an Argentina. Thank you, Jess. Um, Nor am I an Argentina fan. Argentina showed their true colors. Apparently, this is what I hear. Showed their true colors at the end of the game. It doesn't surprise me. That is, and I won't generalize because I could, and then it would be a generalization. But a lot of generalizations are rooted in some truth, and this is one of them. That Argentina and South American teams as a whole tend to crowd ref, start fights when things don't go their way, rather than accept the decision. Now, like I said, that's generalization. I certainly wouldn't characterize every single person from those countries like that. They're also racist, and I'm not going to say every single person from those countries, South American countries, are racist, with the exception of Brazil, and even Brazil has a colorism problem. But there are a lot of racist people in that area of the world, especially Argentina. It's kind of fucked up, that they don't want to recognize that they have black ancestors. Yeah. You're in Chile. Okay. Uh, I I still love the game. I didn't, I didn't watch the final. I'm happy that Spain won because I was hoping for anybody other than Argentina, and I um, I am happy that Mbappe um, got the Golden Boot again, and that he also holds the record for the highest goal scoring tally in World Cup history. Keep in mind, this is a young 27-year-old, 28-year-old. He's got another World Cup in him. Um, you know, he could extend that. Um, oh, yeah, Nicole. That's yeah, I don't we don't so yeah, people get really crazy. I will never understand it because like most of these South American, European teams that have fans that are so racist, they have black players on their teams. And I'm like, okay, so you're calling, this person on the sideline a monkey. Well, what does that send to your black teammates and countrymen or countrywomen or country folk? You know, it's it never ceases to surprise me and baffle me. Yeah. But as far as serving beer, where I live, they serve beer. They kept the food cheap. They kept it at like $2, I think, for concessions. $2 for a hot dog, $2 for a burger, something like that. That's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Atlanta Stadium. Um, yeah. So, but yeah, World Cup, and like I did watch the third place game, France and England and Angleterre, and that was a good game. I wasn't expecting it to be something of that high scoring of the game, but it was, and I'm happy. It was for just anybody who was looking to watch a decent game. It was that. Now, of course, if there are, what was it, a total of 10, let's see, a total of 9, 10 goals, something like that. That means that there's no defense being played. So, like you can take it as you want. Like it was a good game for offense, but a really shitty game for defense. Let's see. Yeah, people take World Cup and football and world football seriously. It's in the blood. I've been playing and watching football since I was 3. Um, it is in my blood. My parents were stereotypical soccer football parents. My mom was the team mom. My dad was the coach. I refed with my dad when I was younger. I was a referee as well. And I gotta tell you, fucking being a ref sucks. Like it really sucks. Um, I was so happy not to ref anymore when I stopped. Yeah, and but yeah, people take their football seriously. But the World Cup in and of itself was great. It was the World Cup of goalkeepers. The keepers really shone bright this World Cup. Vazinha, somebody scoop him up and like put him on a team. A lot of like Lamine Yamal did not do as well as everybody thought he was going to, but Starboy, what's his name, Bukayo Saka, came out and showed out, and that's my Arsenal homie. As a matter of fact, there are 3 Arsenal players on Spain that won the World Cup. So that that's good for Arsenal. Like Arsenal's my club, so I'm happy about that. Yeah. So and everybody who's having World Cup withdrawal, me and my family were talking about it. We're all having World Cup withdrawal. The 5 leagues or the 4 leagues. I think it's 5. Yeah, 5 leagues start up August. Like at least the Premier League, the English Premier League starts August 16th. So football is right around the corner, and this is going to be, football starts in August and goes through May. There will be FA Cups and all sorts of cups, Champions League, UEFA League, Conference League. Everything will be going on. So, there will be football to watch. The thing about the United States that I don't like is we have MLS. Okay, great. We want to develop MLS. Okay, so what we did is we moved it to start at the same time all the European leagues start, which, okay, that's good. But, oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, I'm going to have to throw that away because, it dropped out of my brain. I don't know why I was talking about Atlanta United, but I can't wait for 2028 because 2028 we, meaning ATL down, we get a women's team, women's and like WSL team, or was it NWSL team? So it's going to be, I don't remember their names. Let's see. But it's going to be exciting. I will go to see women's games. We've been to see quite a few men's Atlanta United games. But hold on, football, Atlanta. No, not that football. So I hate that when I put in football, they automatically think American football. So let me just change it to soccer. Yeah, NWSL soccer team franchise stated to debut in 2028. They'll be playing at the Benz. Oh, that's cool. So they will be playing at the Benz instead of some side field, That's great. Sponsorship, Aflac. Training ground, 38,000 square foot facility under construction on Franklin Gateway Southeast. So when I say all this stuff, I'll tell you about Franklin Gateway. Franklin Road back in the 90s and the 2000s used to be the most fucked up area in the world. Like talking about drugs, crime, shooting, everything happened there on Franklin Road. So they have completely revamped Franklin Road, named it Franklin Gateway. The Atlanta United training facility is there as well. So I think that's probably where it's going to be. So that's good. I was trying to see if there's something else, like a name that they've given yet, but I don't think they have. Yeah, so 2028, everybody who is in the A or wants to check out the A, be on the lookout for women's football, i.e. soccer. So on to another thing. Hey, Sophia. Hey, Aaron. Thank you for showing up, y'all. I'm babbling tonight. I really am just babbling. I did have something that I wanted to talk about, but I don't remember. I did pull up something about the Tate brothers. I am flabbergasted that these motherfuckers are not in prison. The fact that they've been free for so long, and the fact that the extradition needs to happen. They need to be extradited back to England or Britain or wherever and face charges, and then be thrown in jail. Just looking at them just makes the worst in men come out. It's just, every time I look at them, I'm just like, God, men, there's some beautiful men out there, like beautiful, like souls. I'm not talking about just looks. I'm talking about beautiful souls. These two motherfuckers are not it. Okay, these motherfuckers are not it. Um, I could name some beautiful men, both inside and out. I won't, but um, suffice it to say that these two guys are giving men all around the world a bad rap. Hey, Robes, what's up? And that's not to get down on men, because I do a lot, but it's kind of funny because I get along well with men, uh, for the most part. For the most part, like the Tate brothers, I wouldn't be able to, but like certain men, I'm good with. Certainly, my friend group and my chosen family are all women. Um, I don't know how that worked out. It just worked out like that. Um, because like the one or two guys that we've had in our social circle have really let us down. I'm talking about, you know, like, 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 like trying, like, just, oh God, doing men things, like thinking that symbols and situations are meant in different ways. Um, I'm thinking of a guy in particular who was in our social circle. We all ate mushrooms. He took some crazy meaning that one of my friends wanted wanted to get with him. So in the middle of the night, he was all over them. And like when I found out, like, of course I can't talk to him anymore. He's lost he's lost his access pass to our family. Um, and it sucks. He has a wife that we know, and like we were put in a bad situation where we were going out and we were seeing his wife and with him and the person it happened to, and it was just really bad, so we had to let him go. And this is I don't know. um, it seems like given the opportunity, men will do this. And that's just, you got to remember, I was socialized, well, not really. I was bullied my whole life, but I did have some of the social advantages of being labeled a man. And I see the nastiness. I saw the nastiness with my own eyes. Locker room is just a disgusting place to be. Being in a locker room, it's all about this machismo, this, but also almost homoerotic. Like, guys like, yeah, okay. Um, oh, it's your birthday, Robes? Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Robes! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Robes! Happy birthday! There we go. But seriously, happy birthday. Have a good one. I hope you are having a good day, and I hope your year is amazing. Um, yeah, so that's the Tate brothers. I don't like. I try to stay out of like stuff like this because it annoys me so much that we can allow these type of people to roam free. You know, so allegations spanning from 2010 to 2017 include rape, assault, trafficking, and offenses relating to indecent images of a child and extreme pornography. That is not the type of people. Those are not the type of people who need to be out. They should actually be locked up. Now, I don't know, like, really should be locked up and then let the prison system take care of them. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to touch on is Lindsey Graham, or Lady G, as we all know and love him. Lady G, the Lady G, who never had a bad mark against him in terms of groping, assaulting, raping, whatever women. I wonder why that is. We all know about Lady G, and if if you didn't, now you do. But like this has been like we've known about this for years, years and years and years and years and years. Um, so the fact that it finally came out and um, somebody, put out the truth is good. Um, Now the fact that his that I don't know his sister uh, has been sworn in to the Senate seat, like this bitch has nothing, no kind of like no kind of political education as well, as far as I know. Um, it's really strange. Like and I know Trump did the whole thing, and but like I don't know how you can just put in someone's sister. And okay, put in someone's sister, but now the fact that she's going to try and run, I hope she gets slaughtered. I hope people in South Carolina are smart enough not to vote for her. Um, that doesn't mean there's going to be any of the better Republicans, but like I just wouldn't vote for her. Don't like waste y'all's time, South Carolina. Um, so um, yeah, you know. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! So yeah, I usually would have my headphones on. I broke my podcast machine. I'm gonna have to try and fix it. Um, I don't have much. Me and Sammy were going to do a live yesterday, but of course, Autumn's passing stopped that for the time being and maybe forever. I would understand that because it was her and Sammy and Autumn Rose's show. Um, I don't I don't have many more lives scheduled, so I will just probably be popping on just to run my mouth a little bit, get some thoughts out. Um, one good thing, I am no longer manic, and so I had a pretty crazy manic episode. It started March of 2025, then dipped into a mixed episode, and then for like maybe a month I was okay, and I don't know how that happened, but then after that month I went right back into the same manic episode that I was in. So it's taken from March of 2025 until this is July, so probably middle June of 2026 for me to get stabilized. That's a long time. The one great thing I'm happy about is I avoided the Grippy Socks Motel. No psychiatric holds or anything like that. I had to do a lot of barricading myself into my space. I did a lot of like there were a lot of people behind the scenes helping me. And so I'm thankful to all of them. They know who they are. One of them being Eggy Salad. I can call her out, but also Bestie Mish Mish, my psych and my therapist, and people on Substack who know who they are. Yeah, it was just it was really nice for people to be looking out for me. So now that I am on the other side of it and getting back to my baseline, I'm pretty much at baseline right now. It's time to kind of fix the things that I messed up. Like when you're manic, and I'll say when I'm manic, but mania makes you do some stupid things. Makes you say some stupid things, and it can hurt people. So, you still have to, it doesn't excuse, being manic doesn't excuse the fact that I've hurt people. But so I do have to make amends, go back and apologize, and just, let them know that I was manic, and I if this happens again, like, because I am not I'm usually pretty easygoing. When I'm manic, I get like really speedy fast, and really where I trip over my words and like my brain explodes, and I get like really I can cry easily. Like I can still cry easily, but like even more. Like I'm just a like super crier at that point. And I was getting, I don't know, 1 to 3 hours of sleep a day. It was fun. But I because out of it came a lot of great writing. I wrote a lot, and I have a lot of great writing to show for it. But a lot of it is disjointed. Um, a lot of it, like I skip from topic to topic a bit, because, of course, that's how my brain works. So factor in the bipolar one with the ADHD, supposed possible autism, autism spectrum disorder. Throw in like my generalized anxiety disorder, my panic attacks, panic disorder. So all of it like kind of popped off. I was having panic attacks, but the cool things, I have not had a panic attack since May of last year, not this year, of last year. Um, I've gotten close to where I thought I was going to have one, but I was able to circumvent it. But yeah, the what was giving me panic attacks, I think, was being at my last job. Um, you know, so now is the time where I will start looking for work again. I am on disability, so I can't work. Um, I can only work a certain amount of hours and make a certain amount of money per month, and it's not a lot. So finding a place to work that is not going to be retail, hospitality, or like customer facing, which I don't want to be. I've done that, a good bit of my life. But I don't want to work retail anymore, even if it is a bookstore, even if it is a magic shop. I don't want to work retail. I don't want to have to go to a job. Um, I, it would help my sanity to not have to go to a job, because that is how things got kicked off last time. But so yeah, I'm looking for what I will start looking for, and I have been looking for, not a lot, but just like every once in a while when it comes up, is I'm looking for something in the queer related field. So if it can be something like, maybe like Trans Lifeline, next time they come around, because I've always wanted to volunteer, but I've never been in the right frame of mind. And now I am. So I would like to volunteer, give back to my time, but I can't drive, so I can't really go anywhere. And the places where, like in terms of queer spaces where I would volunteer, I would have to, get into Atlanta, and I'm not in Atlanta proper, and like it's like downtown. Um, and so that leaves me with a few choices. But as far as the job is concerned, I am going to, start looking again. I don't know what I'm looking for. Like I said, I wish it could be in queer related fields. You know, I don't have to start working immediately, but I do need to get back to it. You know, I haven't worked in a year, so a year and a half. So it's time. Now I will say that part of that was getting facial feminization surgery and healing from that. That I wouldn't have been able to work at that point anyway. So yeah, so work is gonna, we need money, and Not like I need $1 billion. I just need money, to survive. To make it a little bit more comfortable on me and Egg. Egg makes good money. She does. Um, but we have debt, so that's always been our problem. We get ourselves out of debt, and then we get ourselves back into debt, and that happened again. So now, we are trying to clear away the debt with the understanding that once we clear away the debt, all of our credit cards, excepting one, will go bye bye, and we'll just have to uh, work on not having to rely on credit cards. That's definitely, where that's definitely something that is a problem. So we're working to rectify that problem. But yeah, so just a little bit more money to come in. And it also helps me buy my weed. So because Egg does not like paying for my weed all the time, and she doesn't. I do get disability, so I can pay for some of my weed. It's just that it used to be that I could pay for all of my weed and a lot more of it. I've had to slow down a bit, which some people would say is good. I don't really think so, but I have, because I don't make enough money. That is also a motivating factor. Yay! But yeah, let's see who else is on here. Oh, okay. Yes, Sophia, thank you. Yeah, it took a long time to get back to baseline, but we've dropped some of the more heavy meds that I was on. We've reduced them significantly, so I'm not completely zonked out on medication. Um, it- while I'm not as effervescent as I am when I'm manic or hypomanic, I still retain a bit of my hyper personality. It's just not as like bam in your face. No, so I do miss mania. I do, but I'm sure if you talk to a lot of people who have mania, they will say the same thing. At least in the beginning stages, when it gets to be too much, then it becomes a problem. And that's the hallucinations. Yes, I have them. Um, so that's the downside. Although I don't know, like I'm so used to it, it's not really that much of a downside. Um, but sometimes I do fuck up. Anyway, the good thing is I am back to normal, and it's just my normal diseases that are messing with me now, like my Crohn's disease, and something else. What's up, Brandon B Dog? Um, yeah, so whew, hot, hot, hot. Um, I don't know. Like, I don't really have much else to talk about right now. I've talked about the main things I wanted to talk about. Let me see if there was one more thing. Um, no, 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 no. Yeah, nothing much else. Nothing much else. I'm going to go and relax. I'm gonna go smoke some weed. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna go smoke some weed. And then I'm gonna just chill for the rest of the night. I am really suffering football withdrawal. So that what that leaves is Gilmore Girls, or Heartstoppers. A queer show that I haven't watched recently. Heartstoppers being one of them. But I could watch Blue is the Warmest Color, although that's 3 hours. And while I love it, it's just 3 hours of it's 3 hours. Um, And while I say that, I will sit down and watch 3 episodes of Gilmore Girls without a problem, which is, pretty much 3 hours too. Um, but I just want to, I want to talk about, so there's something I want to talk about, but I can't. Yay, Brandon. Oh, yeah, it came out. It just came out. The Heartstopper movie just came out a couple days ago, if not last week. I think a couple days ago, maybe last Friday. Yeah, okay, never mind. I have a crush, buddy. That is not egg. Fine, it's just a crush, but yeah, I better not say anything else. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the end of this segment, 41 minutes. So we'll close it right now. I don't have much else to say. What's the 31st? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Heartstoppers. Yes, it is out right now. So I haven't seen the second or third seasons or series. So I will have to watch those before I watch the movie. But that makes for good binging. So yeah. Anyway, no trash, no transphobia, no racism, no ableism, no sexism, no homophobia, no xenophobia, no Islamophobia, land back, no borders, reparations. Fuck Trump, fuck ICE, and double fuck cancer. I love you, Autumn. Bye.